Hello YouTubies, this is King Scribe and thanks for watching this amazing, most bodacious and incredible YouTube video. Now this is going out to all those whack jobs on the internet and those ass-licking journalists, you're the feminist cults who are coming out calling Doctor Who sexist, racist, you name the insults, but they come out with it. They make all sorts of claims, and Stephen Moffat seems to be under the hot lamp more than ever now. They're really trying to give him a roasting because he chose Peter Capaldi over a woman, so to speak. How dare he do that? How dare the Doctor be a man when he's been a man for 50 years? How dare that happen? He should be turned into a woman straight away, just to please feminism, just to please that. That's why it should be done. Just to ass like the backside of some feminist out there, the Doctor should be a woman. I mean, that would make me want to turn off Doctor Who for good. And Stephen Moffat has a right to choose which actor he believes will be better for the part. But, these people want Dawn French to play Doctor Who. So, I just don't see it working myself. Maybe some of you guys out there on YouTube do see it working, but I don't. Maybe it's a special. It's been done before with Rowan Atkinson when, the Doctor turned into a woman. But it worked better when he was a man, didn't it? When you think about it, what made that particular episode really good was because of Rowan Atkinson, not because of the woman actor. I'm just saying it's true. I'm not being rude about that, but that is true. The Doctor is better as a man. Now, can it work? Well, yes it can. It could work in certain circumstances, but not for political reasons. Not to promote political reasons either. Not to promote feminism. The worst thing I would want to see is the Doctor going, men. Forgetting the fact that over the last 50 years the Doctor's been played by a man, and many of those actors are now dead. The woman would be going, men. Can't live with them, can't live without them. Would it work? Well, thinking about it, I just think it sounds really tacky myself. And also when you think about it, when you actually look at it properly, the Doctor has 1,200 years experiences as being a man, alright? So he suddenly turns into a woman. This is not going to be a normal woman, is it? He's going to be more masculine than you imagine, so you're not going to get what you want. If he suddenly should just turn into a complete woman overnight, it's not going to happen. He's still got all that baggage, he's still got all that experience of being a man, and suddenly he regenerates into a woman. He's got the personality, all that experience, all the history, all the emotional history of being a man. So how can he possibly turn into a complete woman? It's not going to happen, feminists. Alright, you can't get that happening. So in some ways it could work as long as it's done right. But would it actually work for the next 50 years for the Doctor to be a woman? No. I think it would work maybe from one regeneration, but it wouldn't work repetitively. The Doctor's been a man for too long. It would just be like a one-off, a one regeneration, so to speak. It could work. I agree. It would actually be an interesting series to actually watch. But I wouldn't want to see it just to please some fans of the show, or to please non-fans of the show. I've seen Twitter users with their little hashtags saying, I don't watch Doctor Who. Feminist. I don't watch Doctor Who, but Doctor Who's sexist. The Doctor should be a woman, and that's why I don't watch it. You're not a fan of the show, so you don't really have a right to actually criticise it in that way. If you've not watched the show, and you only listen to some of your friends out there, you don't have a right to actually criticise it just because the Doctor was born a man, just because the episode was originally portrayed as a man. He's always been a man. How dare he be a man? This is how the feminists actually think, and they're trying to force Stephen Moffat to turn the Doctor into I don't know, Nancy boy or something. I don't know how this is going to work, but maybe in some of your eyes it actually does. In my eyes it doesn't. It would be a really tricky plot to pull off. Alright, and if it failed, it would turn out to be really tacky. It wouldn't work if it failed. It would fall on its face. And it would fall on its face so hard and so fast that Doctor Who would disappear from your screen really quickly. Believe it or not, it would actually be really that bad. And all the women saying, oh, I want the Doctor to be a woman. Bet you, when the Doctor turns into a woman, you'd be complaining that the Doctor isn't David Tennant, that it's not some pretty boy, that it's not, you know, your favourite good-looking, handsome male star. A lot of you women would be thinking that at the time. So I don't think it would actually work anyway. I think you can't please all these fans. You can't please everybody. And, you know, the Doctor should stay a man because that's what he is. I think it could work out as a one-off episode. Maybe a double episode. But certainly not for the all time for Doctor Who. It just doesn't work. It's been a long time that the Doctor's been a man, and you know, that is some baggage. he's been a father. He's had all these emotions in his life, and suddenly the feminists out there think that this guy who has more experience in life, so to speak, than many of the characters in movies would suddenly just turn into a woman. Suddenly just say, men. I mean, he's not going to be your standard woman, guys. He's going to be more like a tomboy or something. He's going to be a woman who thinks he's a man, and that's going to, you know, get at you as well, because you won't like that either. But in some ways, it could actually be an interesting plot, okay? I'm not completely against it. I just don't want to see Doctor Who turn into a pantomime. And I think the Doctor is a man and should stay a man. But you can have it happen. But that doesn't mean it should happen. I'm 50-50 with this, because I don't want to see Feminist smiling because our favourite sci-fi show has been axed because of some crappy plots made because the Doctor's now turned into a woman. And the several regenerations where he stays as a woman just because feminists want it that way. I would hate that. I would hate it for you guys for that to happen. But I also see some benefits to the show for it as well. So I'm saying 50-50. I'm saying it could work, but it would have to be skillfully done, and not choosing a woman just for the sake of it. Not choosing a Doctor to be a woman just for the sake of it. Remember, the Doctor is and has been a man for over 1,200 years. Let that sink into you, okay? When you say the Doctor should turn into a woman, okay? So the Doctor suddenly go turn into this woman, and then he's going to be a woman, ignoring all the experiences he's had, the lost forms he's lost, there's relationships with other women, the fact that he's been a father, the fact that he's been a grandfather. I'm totally against that. I think the Doctor is a man in heart. He is a grandfather in heart. But if a woman was to play the Doctor, she should remember that the Doctor is a man in here and in here. Even if he regenerates into a woman, he still believes, he still wants to be a man. That's just the way it is. And I don't see that as pleasing feminist fans out there either. So that's one of my criticisms for the Doctor being a woman. I think it would work if you remember those little key points. And I think it would only work for 1 or 2 series. Not for 10 years. Just for one-offs. Maybe for 1 series. Maybe for a whole year you could actually have the Doctor as a woman. You say, God damn, maybe I'm having some tantrums because of hormonal fits or something. And even then, that would be deemed as sexist. So how can you actually get this to work? You would have to have a skillful writer to do it. So yeah, I'm not against it completely. I just don't like the feminists calling Doctor Who racist. I don't like them trying to pressure Stephen Moffat to turn the Doctor into some Nancy boy, so to speak. I'm not being nasty about people like that. I'm just saying that I would watch through gritted teeth if it was just because they wanted the Doctor to be a woman. No, there's no story around it. the feminists have got, you know, some surprising things coming their way if the doctor does regenerate to a woman, because there's all that baggage of being a man. Alright, he's not a woman, he's a man, he's our man. Alright, see you later, goodbye for now, bye bye.